Sorry I was late, everyone. Anyway. Oh. So what's everybody up to? How's everybody doing? Huh? I don't really have any set in stone things I was going to do tonight. I was going to at least put the window mask on my new bodies, which there will be a full thing on. Tuna J Concepts doing the same paint job on both, and I got this really killer paint job I got in mind that hopefully will come out really well after I got that curl done on the RT10 GT. I think it'll actually work, so we shall see. I mean, in order to mask the bodies, I'd have to wash them, so I'd have to leave for like a good 10 minutes. I don't think anybody wants that right now. What the hell? Hey, Mike, what are you doing in this picture you sent me? What's up, man? Yeah, I don't know. I think the other camera angle makes it a little impersonal. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, Alan? Welcome to the thing. I don't really have anything planned right now. I'm just like, well, my wife left me, so yeah. Well, okay, so no big deal. I told her I wanted her to go stay with the kids for a while, so she decided to move the fuck out. Whatever. I'm cool with it, so don't. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I need to move this table to the other side of the room so we have more room. And this is driving me nuts. It's great for working on shit, but it's very impersonal because you can't even fucking see me. Just a second here. Hey, what's up, motherfuckers? So, yeah. So that's the way that's going. She's not been okay since the house fire and losing her dog, and her kids moved out a week. Well, her last child moved out a week before. So she's not in the greatest of states. And I keep telling her to get help, see somebody, whatever. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's neither here nor there. But yeah. So got the tuning bodies. I have a broken center rear drive shaft in my Creighton. The stud truck's in good shape. Took it out last night. Hence the video of us doing stupid spins on the half pipe because what are you gonna do on wet steel? There's no traction. Also took the GT out and tuned that up. That's running very, very well. I'm very surprised, very happy with that motor. $49. So that's where I'm at. What do you guys think? Oh, and first of all, I got some of you here. I want to thank you guys a lot. Seriously, every freaking one of you, because I went and looked at I was trying to find a video. I don't know if you saw the one with the Toyota Corolla rolling down Marion Avenue, going just bouncing all day. Sure makes a lot to my hoopty because he's got no shocks in the back and he's just bouncing forever. And I was trying to find that video, and I changed the settings to search by most watched. The last time I did that might have been 5-6 months ago. I have so many multi-thousand hit videos now that I had no idea about. I mean, all the way up to 18, 19. And that's because obviously you guys have been going back and watching my old stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that more than you know. In fact, I'm going to jump an RC car up the parking garage when I hit 2,000 followers. Not that it really matters. Or no, we're at 126 something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, or 2,000 subscribers. Sorry, followers sound so cultish. Yeah, right. All we want is your mind. Come join us. Great song. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. What do you guys think? What should we do? Should we fix stuff? Should we paint, or should we talk about paint and mask some bodies? I don't have my stencils yet, but I do have the window mask, I guess. Should we just shoot shit? I don't know. What do you guys want to do? I'm up for anything. Almost. No donkeys, no midgets, nothing in Mexico. Nothing? Nobody? Jumping over RC car jumping over a firework. Really, Mike? You know this is Florida, right? Oh yeah, we have explosives. um, okay. Didn't you do that in one of your really early videos? Oh, maybe that was Kevin Talbot. I don't know. Somebody did. Anyway, RC car jumping over a firework. I've got a couple better ideas, but okay. I don't know why this just popped into my head. You ever seen glow in the dark paintballs for paintball guns? They're not really glow in the dark. I mean, they have the phosphorus in them, but they have a thing you have to put on the end of your barrel. It looks like a giant silencer, and it actually flashes a strobe as the ball goes through, so it lights them up right before it leaves. You have a couple guys chasing an RC car with glow sticks on it around a dark field with those. That would look kind of neat. I don't know why it just popped into my head, but anyway. Kevin's done it. I thought so. Thunder, Bunch have. I haven't seen all Thunder stuff. He just pretty much just goes big every time. Also stepping down too. Yeah, but remember my pan car idea. That's gonna be pretty sweet. I don't have anything that would go faster with a rocket on it. That I wouldn't have to make a major modification to the car to do. But a pan car, you just put a piece of PVC or not PVC. Well, PVC would work, maybe copper pipe on it and put a rocket motor in it. Hit the button and pray. You know what we could do? We could get some of those, those little spinners, ground flowers, I think they call them. If we mounted those just right, we could make them look like JATO rockets and freaking shoot something off a jump and make it do like 100 front flips. That's an idea. There you go. Rocket assisted front flip. XP thing. I don't know. What is the XP thing? Maybe it wasn't me. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with experience points. Um, unless I'm playing Call of Duty, and only on mobile because I suck at it online, or I suck at it on console. Not that I have a console anymore. Fucking burned down the fucking fire. Yeah, you are. Okay, I was wondering what that little doodad was. Well, good for you, man. You're a fucker, dude. You're just blowing up. Here, let me give you some fucking hearts. See if that helps. I don't know what the hell that does to it, honestly. No. Here's a happy face. Where's the middle finger one? 100 balls. You're doing a good job, buddy. Proud of you. Really am. Mm. I gotta get your 20s back there. Alan is doing amazing. Alan is just wow. Um, you are, dude. You're a good dude too. You know, could be some cocky prick, but no, you're cool. We might even put up with you if you were a semi-cocky prick, but you're not at all. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll do something, huh? Just to keep things moving along. I really want to wash those bodies because I have clean hands right now, and that's like the only time you want to touch Lexan. So maybe I'll do that real quick. No problem, bro. I'm just a dude who does a thing. Um, the old worn out dude. Nothing left to offer the world except experience. But thank you. Um, thank you. Gentleman and scholar. So we've got Chevy S10. Put that in the shot there a little bit. Be a bastard. There we go. And then we got a finisher, purposely built for crate, I believe. And that's what it's listed as. Of course, this is a crawler body, so yeah, it's gone on the stunt truck. I had this one before, and it works better with the roll bar and the chassis brace than the one I was running. The one I was running, I had to reconfigure it pretty bad. First step to doing a body from this point. Haven't been washed. Still got the film on them, all that good stuff. First step. Anybody know? God, my eyes look like shit. Like folds in there, like flaps, like a fucking Venus flytrap going on over here. Like Joan Rivers, for Christ's sake. But as we get old, man, mileage, it'll get you. Plus, I mean, I've spent too much fucking time in the sun. I hate the sun, but I have to. It's my job. Walking back and forth from building to building. Okay, so step one, put it on the car. Mark your holes. Every time. Make sure you use permanent marker so it doesn't wash off. And draw a sign next to it, because you got that film you're going to peel off of this body later. This body has a outer layer of shrink wrap-ish kind of stuff. That is so you don't get overspray on the body. So mark your holes and draw a little sign. Drill holes before peeling. Trust me on that one from experience. Nothing like having that brand new paint job. It's all pimped out and tight, and you got even smaller body posts than you used to because it's a 10 scale. And you just peeled off the film and you ain't got marks for your body post. Now you got to drill that brand new paint and hope you make it right, because you don't want to drill 5 holes in that bitch, do you? Well, so that's your first step, always. First step, mark your holes, permanent marker, draw a sign if you need to. Second step is cleaning. Warm water, warmish, hot-ish, mild soap. The guy who lives here is allergic to everything. I guess he's got Lyme disease, so he's got like non-detergent, non-dye, non-perfume, non-fucking cancerous rabbit toes. I don't know what the fuck. Soap. So that's what I've been using, and it's actually been working very well. I haven't had a problem with soap in the past because I've always used Dawn, but a drop will do you on the whole body. Trust me on that. You don't want to be rinsing that thing all goddamn day. Rinse it, dry it with a lint-free towel. Make sure everything's completely clean. Put on your body mask. And then if you're going to mask a design, that's when you start. In my case, it'll be flames, and I don't have them yet because they were ordered from Canada. I'm just kidding, Mike. I had no idea Triple X Man was in Canada. I was checking their website trying to find a way to get a tracking number. You know, it's like, we're in Canada. It might take a week. Oh, okay. Well, fuck it. So my flames are coming from Canada, not the hockey team. So here's the idea. Flames down the sides, pretty deep, probably 2/3. All on the hood, down the sides. I don't know what I'm going to do with the back yet. I'm still up in the air on that. The back end it might have to be two-tone. I'm actually thinking maybe do a pearl and a standard color. But now with flames, once they're peeled, we're doing a 4-color chameleon clear coat. And then backing that up with white, no, purple, blue, white coming back. So between the clear coat being chameleon and color changing in 4 different colors and having 3 different colors on the primary flames, you're going to have a 31 color flame. I don't know how it's going to look. It might be fucked up. What did we say? Orlando hockey. You know, I played for a while, man. I love hockey. I remember my buddy went to hockey camp in Canada, and he came back and he was saying A every 3rd word, and I kept saying B. Eventually, we were saying the fucking alphabet to each other. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So that's the idea. I'm going to do a full video on it. I'm going to do every stage of it. I need to get a stand for my phone so I can just turn it on and just stand next to it. Hey, Cool Spawn. What's up, buddy? We're just kind of shooting shit. I don't really have any designated projects. There's a couple small things I could do, but I'm just enjoying my time being able to not have to deal with somebody who's sleeping and snoring and moping and making my life miserable because they're miserable. So here I am. You know. Um, oh yeah. So that's not it. Where is it? Here's the stuff. Nope, not that one. No, not that one. There it is. Spastics Red Pearl. So it's clear, but you got to be real careful with it. Really light coats. Really, really light. Like mist it 4 times. Half an hour between coats, and it will come out amazing. Like my GT. Um, when we tried the chameleon the first time with Clara's body, it was running and splattering and looking like crap, and it just didn't turn out. So, and they even make a chrome, and I've seen the chrome. It is solid, bro. It's like McLaren's F1 cars in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? It's a mirror. It's a fucking mirror. It's a 3-part finish though. It's tricky to do, but it looks cool. I might do it one day. I don't know. It's not really my thing, but whatever. Anyway, trying to, bro. Trying to. It is freaking nasty. It's what was it in the shop today? 92. Heat index of 107. 89% humidity all day. Actually, no, today wasn't so bad. Today was actually more like in the high 80s because it was cloudy most of the day, which is weird. We haven't really hit the normal summertime pattern yet, which is like hot as fuck, rain between 3 and 5, hot as fuck, hot and humid, nighttime. That's usually every day in the summer between like June, July, August. That's when it usually calms down, is after August. It's livable weather again. Oh my god, bro. It'll be for my boy Nick and Callie. My best friend growing up. Met when we were 9. Still friends. Very good friends. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna do that. 115. Yeah. Fuck that noise, bro. That's how much water are you drinking a day? Because I'm doing 2 bottles to prehydrate, like standard water bottle sizes, and I have a 100-ounce Circle K cup, and I fill that 4 times a day with Gatorade and ice, so it's like watered down Gatorade. But that's 400 ounces of water a day, plus 24 to start, just to make sure you're hydrated before you go in. Nah, dude. Nah, you can't get out of the heat in Florida heat. You can't go in the shade. It sucks. All right, I don't like having these out in the open. Really, I'm really, really hoping that this body project turns out the way I want it to, because I think it's gonna be something phenomenal. But I do want these to get done what they need to get done now and get put away. So, without further ado, I'm gonna probably not find a fucking marker. um, I know where I have one though. Unfortunately, it's in the house. I don't want to leave you guys alone until I go wash these bodies, so I can do it quickly and get back to you without boring you too goddamn much. Right. There we go. Standard black magic fucking marker. Oh, well, these are already done anyway on this one, because this is designed for that car. So they're dimpled, which is good. Just mark that shit. Well, arrow. Take off film after drilling holes. Duh. All right. And this one I've got to actually set up. So I got to get the truck. So let's move some shit. Where's my stuff? So obviously we're going to be way back here with that. We got to get that roll bar set. So gonna have to cut some of this just to fit it where the wing mount is and shit. Where's my skizzers? Oh, actually, guess what I found after somebody decided to leave? I was looking for the entire time I was doing my RC10 body. Coil show body systems. No, I didn't touch them. Okay, so pretty much just need the wing mount area cut out. Try not to take too much out of here. I'm just gonna do a little trimmy trim. Try not to get into the tail bed or tailgate too much. If I can keep that on there, make it look cool, but probably not. It's probably not all the way to the roof. So, all right, that's better. So now we're sitting on the bumper on the nose. Right. So we're gonna have to come back some more. So much for tailgate. Unfortunately, I actually wanted to put that little tailgate handle sticker on there. Wow, man, yeah, that's fucking manual labor sucks. Been there, done that. I mean, I've been a mechanic most of my life, but I've done some jobs. I used to deliver bingo supplies, the opiate of the elderly. Okay, so now we're stuck in the front. What the hell is going on? This is a monster truck body, so it's actually designed for having massive cutouts for suspension and tires. So actually, if I wanted to cut it that way, it actually looked like a real monster truck kind of. Oh, save your Lexan scraps. They're good for testing paint on. See what it's going to look like when you're done. So, yeah, it didn't help much, did it? it's hitting that damn bumper, dude, all day. So, all right. Can't move back any farther because I've got the wing in the way. You know what? Let's just take the wing off. It's only 2 screws. So it's going to save me some headache and trying to figure this out. If I find a wrench underneath all this shit. What the fuck are you doing? Back in the garage? What the hell's going on up there? Alright, so there we go. So now, hey, look at that. So, alright, we gotta take some more fender wells because we're hitting these control arms already. I hate doing this before I even get started on painting, but like the fitment is so crazy on these things because of the fact that it's such a wild fucking setup. All right, now that looks not too bad. I definitely want to be forward though because I want to be able to get the roll bar centered on this body brace. That's one of the biggest problems with aftermarket bodies on Notorious is that if you don't get that body brace right and you do what a Notorious is supposed to do, well, you're gonna end up destroying the body quick because if it's not supported in the center when you're upside down on the roof doing some of the tricks like we do. Of course, we have a really good connection for roof skids, so we don't wear them out very often. They're made out of a really hard, durable plastic. They even have words in them, and they take a long time to wear down. You probably find them from that guy right there, that Canadian dude. Thank you, Mike. You're awesome. All right, so I think I'm going to set it like that. Yeah. I think once it's trimmed and everything, I think it'll fit just right under the wing. That looks dead centered to me. Yep, Don't forget your holes. All right. They're ready for wash. So, back on here. Now I'm gonna see what the fuck is. Oh shit, that's loose. All right. Well, I gotta fix this anyway. It's this guy's loosey. Plus this bolt in the back of my kind of. Oh no, this is an all RPM back end. Yeah, I keep bending that bolt in the middle of the thing. Oh yeah, I know. Again, yeah, here's what I'm talking about with that back bolt. You can see the wheelie bar is splitting. It's because that through bolt, and I've already increased it up to a 3 mil. It's just bending, you know. So maybe I'll put another bolt through there somewhere. It looks like Brody's inquisitiveness has gotten the best of him before me. He's going out to see what's going on. All right, so let's just get this thing off of here. I'll fix all that up later. Plus, something's loose in the back. I can feel it. Just shake your car once in a while. Grab the control arms and bumpers and just shake it. You'll feel loose shit. If you feel loose shit, fine. All right. Ladies and jelly spoons, I will be back as shortly as possible. I assure you. Oh, damn, and OG's got to show up. What up, man? Hey, I was just about to wash some bodies. I will be right back. Talk to these wonderful people who are in the chat with you. Brody, stop. Oh, shit, I need a towel. Move, dog. Oh, where the hell is my freaking doodad? There it is. Be right back, guys. I'm back, cracking. Here we go. 2 wash buddies. Anybody say anything cool? Oh, you guys are both getting like points for something? What the hell is up with this? Why am I getting points? I'm just kidding. Well, keep on saying what's up, man. Yeah. So, just gotta get nice and dry. course, at this point, you're not really going to, unless you're in a hurry, you're not going to be spraying paint anytime soon. And if you are, you need to really make sure you dry it. And all the little crevices and whatnot. Definitely try to get the outside, so you don't want to touch the outside and be wet and then touch the inside. Unless, you know, that's your personal preference. You never know. Yeah, this is going to be nice. I noticed these J Concepts bodies are a little bit thicker too. They're definitely thicker than the, well, I don't know about the new Armor ones. On the 6 V6, they might be thicker because they are thicker than the V5. And these have these little fins in the back. You gotta like tuck the towel up into. You gotta make like a little towel mohawk. Super chats and stuff for big streamers. Who's a big streamer? I don't mean me. I try. And other than the last one I did, I usually have more hours watched than I do hours put in, just right off the bat. But yeah, that last one was pretty ugly. Of course, so am I. So who wants to watch this? I mean, seriously. All right. Still got our marks. Really cleaned up. All right. Oh. So there's some water running here and there. No, it wasn't the outside. All right. More laundry. Oh no, the laundry's kept in one place now. Amazing, huh? Just kidding. I'm not going to be like that. Ah. Yep. Okay. That's the windshield. This is going to be a bastard. You got to kind of figure where the window edge is, you know, because you've got like that crap. What do you call it? You know, like the frame. So you kind of got to stay in that area if you can, preferably. But you got to figure if that mask is cut to cover that or not, because sometimes it's a little different. You know, this is going to be ugly. No. That's what happens when you don't stick it the first time sometimes. But just take your fingernail and run along the edge to make sure you push it down real tight. And double check it for bubbles before you start painting. Okay, now that I know kind of how this is set up. Should have nailed that one. Yeah, buddy. Dead nuts. Yeah, this is perfect. There's this one. Yeah, this paint setup's going to be nuts, dude. Hopefully it works out the way it's supposed to. Keep on walking on me here. Trying to get it lined up. I just wants to walk. Nope, stick in the corner. There you go. Anybody got any ideas for the back? Like I said, I was thinking about doing a pearl. So it's going to have a clear coat with some color in it. Maybe a green, maybe a red. I don't know. But what do you think about the main color? Maybe a gunmetal. Could do black, but I just did black on the 10. So can't do purple or blue. I could do a different blue, like, oh god, that's ugly. I could do a candy blue, because I'm doing a standard blue in the flames in the middle, so I don't want to match any of the colors in the flames on the main body color. I guess I could match it as white, but it's not really my way to do things. I like to have different main colors than flames, and all the way through the flames. All right, so that's done for now. So that can be put aside until the mask is here. Unfortunately, can't put stickers on it because you got to peel off that film. Angry D, yo, what up, man? Vintage angled license plate on the tailgate. If I still had a tailgate, that would be tight. But once these are cut, not on a Typhon or a Creighton or a Notorious, there won't be a tailgate. It's got to clear the. I mean, you can have two sides of a tailgate, but it's got to clear the wing mount, so it's not going to happen. Yeah. I get that though. That's tight. They actually make license plate kits where you get like frames and then they have letters and numbers and shit, and you can make your own. I've seen those. In fact, I think I had one a long time ago at a California street truck by Bowlink. I don't know if anybody remembers that model. It was a pan car, but it wasn't even a pan car. It was a stick. It was a stick of fiberglass with some like pan car front suspension and a pan car rear suspension, a solid axle. With a ball diff, and that's all it was. And it was like literally your tie rods were like bent coat hangers, like Z-bend, you know. It was just built to look cool with a body on it. That's all it did, really. But you know, if you want to make like a slam truck look alike, that would be the perfect thing to do with, or put like hydros on it or some kind of like servo actuators to make it do stuff. I've seen that done. Yeah, this is for my Arma Creighton, what I call my big truck because it's longer than my Notorious, and it's the one that I do big sends with and goes very, very fast. Well, 60 miles on grass is pretty good. And then I have it's 6S. I have a Notorious 6S that the other body's for. And then I have my recent addition is RC10 GT, 93 model re-release. And I've also got what I call the Mega Typhon. Yeah, the Mega Typhon. Or the Spider is what I like to call it. The Spider is a Arma Typhon 6S that has a Mojave 6S chassis. So it's 4 inches longer. And then has Creighton drive shafts and control arms and links. So it's 2 inches wider. Probably per side. And then we've got 10 scale off-road tires on it. So they're bigger than a buggy, but smaller than a truck. It's not really a truggy. It's more like a jacked up buggy. I call it a Spider because it's wide, it's long, it's low, it's cool looking. But I blew up the motor in my Typhon, in my Creighton. We blew up another Hot Wheel, go figure. And I had to take the motor out of that. So if you guys see any recent videos with my Creighton, that's a stock 1640 Arma, dude, or 2250, whatever they are. So yeah, yeah, that one I was just doing. That one is for. This is my Creighton. This is my big truck. So that's that one. And that's pretty cool. It's fun. It's got some cool parts on it. That kind of shit. And then my wife's got a Notorious 6S V6. That's my Notorious. And then the GT is down here in my backpack because I'll figure out later or earlier. That's the GT. It's the latest body I just did. You see, it's kind of cool. It's got a pearl in it. I got videos on it. That's a gas 10 scale or nitro, however you want to call it. Damn, I cannot get a Band-Aid to stay on this thing. Okay, so. Right. All right. I guess I should have kept the Creighton up here since it's got a blown back axle. Just fix that real quick. Let me pack these back up so nothing gets damaged here. We got the stickers for the finisher. It's nice and washed and ready to go. Get it in here. The next time I open this bag, it'll be for mask. And hopefully that comes soon. It just depends how long it takes to get from Canada. It was ordered the same day as these, which was, I want to say Thursday or Friday, maybe Friday. Might have been Friday. Might have been Saturday. I don't know. But as soon as my flame stencils are in, I will start shooting video on painting both those bodies. Whoa. Good one though. Just once you get, yeah. See, that's the problem with the RC industry is that those unrepairable toy grade cars. Those hovercrafts were sick, but yeah, they were a pain in the ass. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. I had one. Yeah, the skirts keep coming out, and different terrain makes it different, and yeah, they were aggravating for a kid to play with. So it's just, yeah, that's the problem. Is some kid gets to the Sears RC car, and then he's having the time of his life. He fucking loves it. It's the greatest thing he's ever had, and he crashes into a tree, and he breaks the front control arm off, and you can't get parts for it. So then there's no more RC car, and he never wants one again. Good job, people. Anyway, so yeah, hobby grade. My dad was a airplane enthusiast, so I started out with hobby grade cars. My first, I think, was I bought a Grasshopper, but that didn't last very long. Once my parents found out I had it, my dad got me a Fox, and I think he sold the Grasshopper or something. It's like $32 back in like 1989. Yeah, no, it's actually like 87. Oh yeah, control line. Yeah, my dad flew control line competition for a while. I don't know how you do that because that would drive me nuts. Airplanes are interesting. If you're ever going to try airplanes, get a simulator. Put some time in it. Decide if you want to do it still. Simulators are pretty damn accurate. I flew two different planes. I had a Tower Trainer 40 and a Tower Chaos 60. And 60 pretty much won't go under 40 miles an hour. So you can't stop planes. It kind of sucks. Yeah, exactly. Hard to land without fucking them up. Let's put it that way. Because, yeah, you get a little bad angle in that wrist. If you know anybody who does fly control line, I got this fuel by accident. 10% when I picked up my truck. But now I got proper 30 for it. It does run a hell of a lot better. Know this, nitro people. If you can run a higher nitro and run a lot richer because the nitro will keep it running and the extra fuel will help cool the motor. Trust me on that one. Thing run a lot cooler and a lot better on 30 than did on 10. And the needles were a lot closer to where they came from the factory because I had to dial the shit out of it to get that 10 to work right, and it wasn't right. Now it's pretty good, especially for a cheap Chinese knockoff. All right, beverages. Axel Creighton. Oh, here we go. Hey, buddy. What's up, boy? I don't know. My wife has the weirdest idea for what a dog would want for a toy. All right. So, if you break a rear drive shaft, as you can see I've done, because this spins just fine, and it's spinning the yoke, so I sheared the pin clean off this one. Cool. No problem. All right. So, you're going to have to take off your center brace. So, the only zip ties attached to that, pop them off. Any connectors you got plugged running through it, like fans or whatnot, unplug those. And you got these evil pins that hold it in. So body clip looking guys back here. Yeah. Did you just say ball joint puller? There's no such thing as a ball joint puller. Ball joint press, not a puller. You don't pull ball joints. These people call themselves real mechanics and then they don't get shit right. Even terminology. I mean, come on. And she's supposed to be a teacher. Whatever. Oh, you guys are freaking eating up the headlines today, man. I'm trying to keep up here. Yeah, the commercial did make it amazing, especially when you're young. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, because you had to start like with your finger. Yeah. I saw my dad doing that when I was a kid. And I was like, you're an idiot. And he's trying to do the same thing with the big ones that we got. But he had what he calls a chicken stick, a little giant popsicle stick looking thing. And I'm like, Dad, we have an electric starter, dude. It was the epitome of old school. And he used to fly gliders and all that shit. I just never got into it. And unfortunately, he had two really nice handmade wooden flight boxes that he had. And I used them for pit boxes my whole career. And they burned down in the house fire. I like having memoirs of Dad around once in a while, But that one's gone. All right, center brace out of the way. Wires, ties, whatever. And pull out your center differential. Just stuff that over. Center differential cover. All right. See, like I said, I'm really not in a hurry right now. I'm just kind of, hey, Brody, what's up, buddy? Hanging out with my peeps. Oh yeah, first time. I gotta admit, I've only been to a couple myself, but just because my people either throw them when I'm not there, or I miss the notification because I'm at work or whatever. Plus, I'm on the penis of America, so time zones are different than a lot of other people's. 3 hours back on Cali and an hour back from Texas. Crazy? How so? No, it's not what I want to do. Okay, I'll have to subscribe later because it's not giving me this thing right now. Oh, people's video getting hurt? Yeah, I've seen enough of that in my lifetime. In fact, the dude that works next door, I just got moved in my shop to a different building. We have multiple shops in the same garage. Anyway, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I really like seeing people get fucked up and killed." I was like, "You ever heard of Faces of Death?" I don't know how many of you are old enough for that, but this dude's like not even 30 yet, and he's never heard of it, obviously, because it's 1983. I mean, that was before I was watching movies. But it is a snuff film if you've ever seen one. It's people dying all over the place. And it's all real, which, what in the hell? Oh, I forgot. I had to steal a tie rod end off of this last night from my other truck. I never forget what's going on with the trucks when I'm at the park. Okay. How in the hell did you pick that up? Honestly, you're fucking correct. I did until the house fire took my fucking base. But yeah, how the fuck did you know that? Well, you could call it playing, but I mean, okay, so I tried my whole life to learn either guitar or bass, and I books, lessons, blah, 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 blah. When I was about 40, I picked up Rocksmith for PlayStation, and that made it work. 6 months ago, I probably could remember and play 4 or 5 songs. I mainly listen to punk rock and little bit of ska, a little bit of reggae, but mainly punk rock. Bad Religion, No Effects, stuff like that, Rancid. But yeah, freaking haven't played in so long. I don't know, man. I'd like to get another one, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, you gotta pick your battles. And yeah, right now I'm just driving RC cars. Yeah. I mean, I don't probably even have calluses anymore. That's wild, man. And especially bass over guitar. I mean, that's like, well, probably because I'm a well-hung lesbian. That's why I said bass, right? You can't get these fingers between those strings. Well, I can't. I know there's plenty of very, very talented musicians. I think Van Halen actually had some pretty big fingers, who are virtuosos of guitar. I get that. I'm not taking the time to get my fingers to be that small. They're pointy. Mm-hmm. It's on my channel, bro. Yeah, house burned down. I don't know, about 3 months ago, 2 months ago. My wife was out of state. She was visiting the kids up north because the week before actually, she traveled up there with them because our youngest daughter moved out that week. So on one Friday, the homeowner was a rental. Homeowner had a friend of his come down and put in a hot water heater and do some plumbing work. Replumb the house with PAX tubing, right? Dude, there was PAX tubing on the outside of the walls. I mean, not in the house, but like in the garage and outside. That's how good this guy was. So yeah, a week later, the electrical box where he wired in the hot water heater caught fire and burned the fucking house down. Actually, no, it burned down our bedroom. 90% of it was our bedroom, where I had all my shit. We lost both of Clara's trucks. She had 2 Notoriouses. Her dog died. He asphyxiated in the bathroom. We lost my freaking gaming rig, 46-inch TV with PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4, and the newest Logitech steering wheel pedal setup. 46 years of memories and scrapbooks and computers and pictures and all that shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Look up a video on my channel under shorts called Before and After. I did a panorama of my room when I was rocking out and working on RC cars, and you just see like everything, right? And then I did the same panorama 3 days later after the house burned down because I remember I did it before and it was a good comparison. It's a fucking nightmare, bro. You don't realize how fucked up that shit is until you lose everything. Every speck of shit you owned wiped out, man, in an hour. I was down at the park with my dog, Brody, who you've probably seen, and all 3 of my cars, the Spider, the Creighton, the Notorious. And I came pulling back up to the house, and I go to turn down my block, and I look down at the second house down the block, and it's on fire. And I go, fuck it. Just pull to the right, park the car, lit up a joint. What are you going to do? Okay. That was an absolute disaster, and you got to know that is mainly because the government totally fucking hairballed that one. Dude, people got fucked. I mean, brutally. However, it was one of the worst hurricanes the country has seen. I was through Charlie in Port Charlotte. I was through Ian here in this house. It's my mom's house in Punta Gorda. And I was through Ivan at my old house in Port Charlotte again. So 3 class 4 and above hurricanes, 3 wooden houses, sitting in a chair looking out the window, just watching shit fly by, bro. Actually, no, Charlie, we were pretty young. We were still like in our 20s. We did some dumb shit. That was a class 5 that rolled up the Peace River, which is only about 10 miles from my house. And we were outside in the backyard fucking around while the dude's freaking shed that he kept his lawnmower in is running down the street at 30 miles an hour. Like, what? At one point, we were all on the back porch, like up against the wall because the wind was so bad, and a piece of soffit came down and started wiggling like on one nail, just still hanging on one nail. Cut loose, went through one screen, through the back porch, out the other screen, and out in the yard. So we went back in the house. That's a Final Destination shit right there, dude. Actually, at that point, I think I was about 26. At some point during that hurricane, I did sit down in the middle of my house with my head between my legs, and with my head in my hands, and I thought I was going to die. Because we were all told, oh, it's going to Tampa. It's going to Tampa. It's going to Tampa. So I got a hurricane party going on. I got 15 people in my house. We got like 9 bags of chicken wings. We got the grill going. We got 12 cases of beer. Everything's popping. And all of a sudden they're like, it's coming right up Peace River. Took a right turn and cut Sanibel Island in half. Literally, it's a sandbar generally, but it's a big island where people live on it, and it cut that fucker in half. Put a trough right up the middle and went right up the Peace River as class 5. And about 20 minutes after they told us it went up the Peace River, the power went out, and that's when I knew we were screwed. But all in all, we did pretty good. Need a new roof. Some of my friends' cars got damaged because they were parked all over the place because we didn't think it was coming for us. Hurricanes are bullshit. I hate hurricanes. Earthquakes are much better. I live in Port Charlotte, Florida, which is like, if you look at the dick and the balls of Florida, right? So say he's got like a little wart or something, or an abscess right in the middle of his frenulum, about halfway down the shaft. That's Tampa Bay. I'm the next bay down. Charlotte Harbor. I'm not from here. I despise this place. I hate it. I consider the state uninhabitable for 9 months out of the year. It's fucking terrible here. It's hot, it's humid, it's deadly, and it's full of fucking people that cannot drive and still have a license for some reason. We have corpses driving cars. Anyway, it's the home of the nearly dead and nearly wed. Newlywed, nearly dead. There you go. We have people use the drive-through when there isn't one. A lot. Like monthly. In supermarkets. Yeah, in December. In December, it's beautiful. It's absolutely. You can be outside in your underwear at midnight, and you're perfectly formed. Yeah, it's wonderful. My parents tricked me. They brought me down here for Christmas 3 years in a row. Moved here in July. Anyway, what was I going to say? Fuck, I can't remember. I'm old. I'll remember in 10 minutes. It's something about something. And I'm definitely not trying to downplay your Katrina thing, dude, because Katrina was just fucking bullshit. Actually, one of my favorite songs is about Katrina. It's called "Help Is on the Way" by Rise Against. And yeah, the last verse or the last chorus, I believe, is "It Never Came." But yeah, I was in the big earthquake in San Francisco in '89. I wasn't in San Francisco. I was in my hometown of Petaluma, which is about 45 minutes north. And Petaluma is built on solid granite rock. So when the earth shakes, yeah, it just shakes. Now, San Francisco Harbor is built on landfill. When you shake the earth and there's water under it, the water comes up through the earth. But the civil engineers didn't consider that fucking plot. So people started looking for gas leaks in the Marina District with a lighter because there's idiots everywhere. And it caught fire, and then it sunk and caught fire. And, it was a big mess. If you ever saw it on TV, it was great. If you didn't, look it up. William Frieda earthquake in 1989. Or it was on the San Andreas Fault. So, yeah, that movie, whatever. But that's where it was. 8.9 on the Richter scale. It was 7.5 in my hometown. As long as we meet where there's no salt on the roads, I will not do my job in a salt state, dude. I don't want to cut parts off of cars. I want to unbolt them and bolt them back on, like normal fucking people. So I don't know if anybody knows, I'm removing an axle pin from this old axle for my Titan, so I can use it for my Creighton axle. I just got this nifty bicycle chain breaker from Walmart for $10, and it is the perfect tool for changing drive pins in axles, which is not a normal thing for your normal enthusiast. The hardcore guys might try this and do this, but I just found out it was possible, so I'm doing it all the time now. Because sometimes you'll break it, sometimes you'll bend an axle so many times it's not really worth salvaging. Sometimes you'll strip a pin, or in this case, throw a pin, which I think this axle might be a little long in the tooth. Perhaps she needs to put out the pasture because she's not tight enough to hold a pin anymore. You hear that? You're loose. What do you want? Yeah. So that went in quite easily. Nope. Yep. If we can't pass that test, we have a problem. Yo, I'll solve it. Check out my hook while the DJ revolves it. White gravy. All right, I'm going to smack this thing with a hammer on an anvil quick, tighten it up a little bit. This pin sucks anyway. It's flatted on 2 sides, but I'm about to order a whole fucking drivetrain. Oh, I'm not up for this fucking week. Oh, you guys are getting ahead of me. Yeah, the big one in the 80s. Yeah, I was there, man. I mean, I wasn't in San Francisco, but I mean, the walls were doing like this number. Like they were breathing like slowly for like 6.5 seconds, dude. And then I knew it was an earthquake, so I got in a door frame because it's what I'm supposed to do. I was like 9, 8, 10, 12, 13, I don't know, something like that. Somewhere before 15. And I'm like freaking the fuck out. I go running out of the house. We had a 3-story house. No, we're not rich. Don't even think that. Long story on that one. Anyway, and my dad comes walking in from the garden like, oh yeah, that was an earthquake. I'm like, dude, fuck you. Like, scared the shit out of me. Anyway, and then we turn on the news, dude. San Francisco's on fire, and fucking part of the Bay Bridge dropped down to the second layer, and they let some dude go across after that because they didn't know it. He drove right off that section, plowed into the other section, and got a Chevy emblem in his forehead because his airbags never went off. That was the Loma Prieta freeway. Yeah, dude, that was bad. No, that wasn't a bridge. That was a freeway, a whole section of double-decker freeway that runs through South San Francisco. And the upper deck dropped onto the lower deck. The whole, like, for miles, like 2.5 miles. There were people honking their horns for 7 days, bro. 7 days in their car, communicating, saying, fucking help me, mother. And, dude, not all of them got out. You know, I mean, it's fucking tragic, bro. But, man, here's what I like about earthquakes. Not to put any kind of light on anybody's death or suffering, because that is not cool. You don't have to hear about it for 15 days before it happens. It happens. We fix shit. We save people. We get on with our lives. That's how we roll in Cali. Dude, hurricanes coming to Florida? It's not even a tropical depression before motherfuckers are talking about, oh, it's going to come hit us. Better get your water and your generators, and all the prices on gas and everything goes the fuck through the roof. Oh, my God. General public hysteria. It's just shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and get a grip. God damn these people. All right, so give me 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I need to grab a refill. I need to pound this with a hammer real quick, and I will be right back. Oh, fuck. I have a broken foot, by the way. It hurts to walk. Move, dog. Come on. Back the fuck up. I can't walk with you in front of me, bro. All done. Beverage. And I'm back. Was that 2 minutes and 30 seconds? I just guessed. I mean, I'm pretty good like that, but, you know. Yeah, dude, that's a whole nother thing I've never been through. I was in Germany when back in '97. Yeah, they had a pretty bad winter. But it wasn't anything like knocked out the power, people were stranded in their houses, well, nothing like that. So, you know, I'm sure that's shit. But you're dealing with the same problem you deal with the hurricanes. People know about it way too early and start talking about it and start buying shit and freaking out and just being hysterical. Chill the fuck out, prepare yourself, have a joint, and fucking just live. We're running around, a hurricane coming. We're all gonna die. Fuck you. They used to fucking burn people at the stake for saying shit like that. In fact, in the same fucking state my wife is from, Massachusetts. Yes, we're still married, Mike. That's not going anywhere, dude. I'm not trying to get divorced. I just needed a break. I told her, get your shit together, go see a therapist. You're depressed. The kids left you. Your dog died. The house burned down. I get it. Just, get some help. Because sleeping every hour that you're not at work is not the way to live. I don't mean to spill my shit out there. I really shouldn't even be talking about this, and I'm sorry if I embarrassed anybody who's involved with the situation. Anyway, Axel done. So it's not feeling like it's going to pop out this time. Even though I had to turn it sideways because it was flat on two sides. And this axle's bent anyway, so I need to order another one. But that's that. Okay. So yeah. That's exactly right. Exactly right, Mike. Oh, what happened to my foot? I'll show you. I have no idea actually exactly what. There might have been a point where I broke it and never had it set. It might have been something else. Okay, so if you look at between the bottom of your ankle, front and bottom of your ankle, and then the back of your toes, there's 4 big bones, right? Okay, so 2 of them have cartilage, 2 of them don't. 2 that don't are grinding together like a mortar and pestle and spreading bone spurs everywhere. Yay! And so it's broken, it's migrating to the right, and I have to have surgery, and I'm going to be down for 3 months. So I'll probably be making so much terrible content that everybody will leave my channel and set it on fire. Garage Life just hit me with a text for freaking 4th of July stuff. Really, bro? All right. All right. So let me go back to very early in my photos. Okay, so here's the actual foot, how it looks pretty much today. That's my left foot. So you can see where the front is migrating to the side. Mm-hmm. 50K subs. What are you talking about? Anyway, so here's the X-ray. If you can see, it's not really focusing correctly. Well, maybe I should move it in front of me. There we go. So you can see on the one side you have a good cartilage line, and on the I guess it would be your left. The bones are just grinding together, and you can see all the offshoot bone spurs that are all over the place. Those are fun. It's like walking on little landmines. It's like you never know when one's going to strike. Sometimes you can just hop along as you usually do. Sometimes it goes, like somebody stabbing you with a hot center punch, like right in the ankle. It sucks, man. But dude, it's not the age, man. It's the mileage, and I got a lot of it. I have done so much in my lifetime, so many cool things, and have so many stories and so many tales. You know how you get a story where if you tell your buddies, they're going to be like, yeah, okay, bro, that's a good one. You dreamed that up when you were jerking off, didn't you? Yeah. Well, when you get to a certain point in life, your other friends, co-conspirators, whatever you want to call them, who are around your age, understand you're at a certain maturity level. You don't need to make bullshit up. Either it happened or it didn't happen. Why tell about it if it didn't happen? And, when somebody tells a story like that when you're 40-something, and you go, wow, bravo. How many of those stories will you have at the end of your life? I'm lucky enough to have 4. I guarantee you I'll never have another one again. Shit like that doesn't happen to me anymore. It did back in the day, I'll tell you. I just remembered one like a year ago that I forgot about. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, I was at this party and this chick and next thing you know, Evil Knievel jumped over us while I was banging her on a truck. Yeah, okay, sure. But, stuff that's crazy and wild but plausible. I've gotten witnesses for some of them, but only 2. Anyway. You had what in your knee? Bone spurs? Oh my God, I couldn't imagine. Hey, wire, woo! Yeah, dude, you like that? Dude, that motor's amazing. A cheap ass little $49 piece of crap, dude. It's ripping it. I mean, yeah, it's only running like, you can hear it. It's like 28, 30,000, 32,000. It's not really, on a tone yet, but it's not designed to do that either. It's designed to run to like 28 to 32, not like 48, like I was running with the Serpents. I'm not used to that, but I'm also not used to doing nitro. I haven't done it in 10 years since I quit racing, and I was running the most expensive 0.12 motors you could buy on the market at the time. So I was spoiled, yeah. I had sponsors. Dump stuff, working crew pan and fear. One outrigger? There's a reason they come in pairs. I was watching a pontoon boat drag its weary carcass across the water fully as what you would want to call on plane as it could possibly be. Not to get off topic. I was wondering, could you do a hydrofoil on one of those pieces of shit? How cool would that be? 70-mile-an-hour barbecue that looks like two giant water heaters coming at you at 100 miles an hour. I don't know, man. Just weird shit that comes into my head. I just like to share it with everybody so I don't have to think about it anymore. Oh, Mike, you're going to hate this. I just noticed today there is a parking garage in downtown Punta Gorda. I believe it's 4-story. Something I might have experience with. However, finding a good landing spot is going to be extremely difficult because the only thing I'm seeing is the grass in front of the old courthouse, and they still run civil offices out of there, so there could be a cop there at any moment. A lot of people say I got lucky with the parking garage job. I think I perfectly executed it. I scouted the property. I didn't even notice any schedule patrols at all of hospital security. I think I saw 2 guys go to the 5th floor of the parking garage, and on every single floor in the parking garage, just doing a roundup twice in a week. And that's because I put in hidden still shot cameras. They would just be motion detected when people went through. A lot of hot nurses there. Anyway, so we knew there wasn't security, and we knew what kind of lead time we'd have if somebody called the cops. You're jumping across a public road with a 15-pound object from a 4th story, which is higher than normal 4th story because it's a parking garage, so it's extra thick in between. That could technically kill somebody or kill many people if it landed on a car and maimed somebody and went through the windshield. So yeah, you're doing something very stupid and dangerous and highly illegal. But at the same time, nobody got hurt. We had a good time, and the car was barely damaged. Still, trying to get a permit from the city to do such a stunt. As soon as they see this, they go, he's been fucking Barney's wife. That fucking purple dinosaur. You know what? I heard a rumor about that from somebody who is not RC related but watches RC videos. Thank you on that, Mike. Yes, I made sure that was on point. You obviously watched the full length 4-minute whatever video. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean that's super important, and it's not hard because you've got camera people spread out, in a radius of your stunt, so they can help direct traffic or say don't go. If they're intelligent enough to, because we had 6 people with cameras out there. So trust me, some were down in the double digits. But we got it done. I don't want to overproduce it, but I do want a more spectacular show next time. I don't know if you have any suggestions. Obviously, more cameras in different places. I asked my drone guy. He said no, but he works for the county. So probably didn't want to do anything illegal. I'm sure I could find a drone guy to do it. Actually, there's a really good one at the that races RCs at the hobby shop. They have a carpet track. And he races like a new associate or whatever buggy. I've talked to him a couple of times. He's a Dude, he's a genius with a drone. I've seen that dude fly between 3 and 6 feet off the ground, do laps around the track following cars. And this track isn't that big, it's maybe 100 by 50, and not even skip a beat. And there's obstacles everywhere, banners, the driver's stand. They have a giant wall on one side where you have to go up and turn around. What I mean. You've seen that on racetracks. Kind of cool, but they wouldn't let me jump it before they put the block on top of it. I'm like, dude, I could clear the neighbor's house. You know that, right? Right? You're not doing it. Anyway, what makes you guys show your friends the video you just saw on YouTube when it comes to RC cars? That's what I want to know. That's the secret. That's what viral means, is when you have to share it because you think it's so awesome. What do you guys want to see happen? Now, I'm not like the jackass guys, Johnny and fucking those dudes. I'm not going to do something absolutely ridiculous or gross or fucking stupid just to get a reaction. But think technical, think fun, think amazing. What would blow your mind? Oh, you lost that shoot spot, dude? Fuck. You didn't have to. You were cordial enough to be. Thank you for doing that. That means you're a proper human, as me and Mike were talking about earlier today. So we have standards. Yeah, they're very vulgar. Oh, we're not vulgar. Okay, they're very simple. We have very simple standards, us men, but we stick to them. And it's no widespread. It's not political. It's how you act toward people reacting to you, or how you react to people acting to you, and that's what makes the difference. Because the name Karen wouldn't have been invented if we didn't have a huge problem with fucking general population going ape shit. That was a beautiful sight, dude. It was so cinematic. Really, like it looked like the start of a movie. Like the trailer, like the action scenes. Like it was, dude. I don't know if you're doing anything with the changing of the lenses or tint or whatever you're fooling around with in the background. I don't know enough of that shit to know anything, but just your shots, dude, are so fucking on point. I mean, just perfectly in frame, within 1/10 of an inch, following the target, catching the next part. I mean, just, dude, it's like a Bruce Willis fucking trailer. I mean, and really, your videos are so cool. I mean, there is a 0.08% cheese in there, but that's what makes it fun and actiony. You know what I mean? And I salute you for that, my friend. It's not hard to be good at something accidentally. Or no, it is hard to be good at something accidentally. Sorry, totally brain fart. No, that was more like brain anal leakage. Anyway, sorry, I don't know where that one came from. So, do you guys know the limerick? There once was a man from Nantucket. Or just anybody can say wire and just hit a button and hit enter. And just have a little theory I want to pass by. Well, not theory, idea, I guess, whatever. Anybody know that thing? No? Am I frozen again? What the fuck? All right, well, whatever. Anyway, so there's this limerick. And once was a man from Nantucket. So long he could suck it. And he said it with a grin as he wiped off his chin. My ear was up like a buck. So, back when I was at Harvard or Ghetto Nissan in Sarasota, I used to work next to this girl, and she was a big fan of limericks, and we started making them up. And if we would have wrote them down, bro, we would have had a book, and it would have been a coffee table bestseller. However, we never did. And I mentioned that story to my new shopmate who works right next to me. And I think we might pick this project up again. Anybody interested in a free first edition signed copy of the Dirty Limerick book? Hey, I had a coffee table book called Bad Taxidermy. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but look it up, dude. I mean, I know how taxidermy kind of works, and I know what looks like taxidermy, but this looks like not text me. It's an insult to whatever they put it on. Oh, wow. I must be frozen. Well, somebody say something, please. Whatever. All right. Well, I'm trying. You know, that's just like the cigarette telling you, you know what? Fuck you. Like, asshole. There it is. Okay. Need my. This one shit is fun. Alright, we're still in good. And center differential. This is the fun part, putting this bastard back in here. If you're running any kind of something in the center diff that you put in yourself, put it on the screen. I want to see what you guys are running on center differentials. And add additives if you are, like solids, like I am. There's that. What's up, Brody? Thanks, Mike. Okay, now I get it. Yeah. All right, for that I'll give you a good one. All right. So I was working at Harbor Nissan, which is the local one here in town. Another corrupt Nissan dealership. Trust me, there's a lot of them. And I was working across from this dude, Steve, and we used to call him Turbo Negro because he drove an Eclipse with a turbo. And, well, you know. And one day he's got this 2-foot, 3-foot screwdriver, right? And he's trying to open up a pop can, you know, like a BG can, a BG Chemicals. It's just a little can with a little flip top, like the old school, you know, whatever, kind of over it. Anyway, pull tab. And he's trying to get the pull tab over the tabs. And I'm like, just like a black dude using a tool that's way too big for the job. We laughed our asses off at that for a minute. Yeah, it was cool. You know, it's like it's the only way to diffuse people half the time is humor. You know, because everybody's so fucking uptight and so ready to cancel someone and like looking for people to hate so they can blog about it or whatever. Just get over your goddamn self and try to have a good time. Speaking of which, happy. I have three commandments. I'm not a religious person. I don't have a problem with religion unless it's highly organized. And you have to go to a special building to compare clothes and give money away every week. Because I don't think that's what religion should be about. Religion should be about believing in something bigger than yourself because you either have low self-esteem or you need to be part of a collective or however you want to look at it. So, do I believe there's a higher power? It's a possibility. Show yourself. Sorry, that's the way I look at it. I mean, hey, if I get on the other side and he's like, "You didn't believe in me, you're a dick," I'm like, "My bad. You know, that's my fault." So, where was I going with this? Damn it! I had a point to all that. I was just covering my ass in the religious aspect. Fuck. My bad, guys. I failed. I've let you down with my adult memory. But as with any elderly adult memory, it will return within 5 minutes. It's just taking a break. Sorry, it's the last comment that's there, dude. It's the only thing I have to go on. Sometimes you need an entry to make a joke. Freaking. Okay, so on my phone, you know how when people call, you put a picture or whatever up, so you see them when they call and it's ringing. So I used to have South Satan from South Park as my picture for my mom. She called, but I changed it recently because I had a live picture of her that I thought was a little more her. These things are so hard to put in on a piece because I got this shit in the way. Anyway. Oh, all right. So, oh shit, did I erase it? Oh, it's gonna be in her thing anyway. All right. She's 80, bro. She's lucky to have me, and the fact that I supply her with um, legal pharmaceuticals, right? Um, anyway, so so what's everybody's opinion on the little battery thing? I don't know if anybody's not aware, but so there's this. I don't know if it's a trend yet, or if people are just talking about it, or nobody had the balls to try it, or what. But actually, I've been told by two people who've tried it. Running 2 to 3,000 milliamp 6S packs. They're only going to last about a half hour, but for a pound lighter. You got a 15-pound vehicle. A pound is a lot. So I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. It could be the secret, man. Could be the thing. Could be what makes you able to do that really crazy flip trick that you couldn't do before because now you can rotate faster and slow down faster and speed up faster, do everything faster, less mass. Because then honestly, and also you got to think of the battery is the number one piece of mass in the vehicle. It is the most densest part of this car. The chassis is not very dense because it's spread out so far. If it was a solid block, it would almost be as dense as your motor because your motor's got magnets in it, and your battery has got dense chemicals in it. So take your pick. Anyway, just thought I'd see if anybody's on the fence or already rocking that or what. Right, I know they do. Everyone right out of the box. That's what they recommend. They also sell batteries too, don't they? They recommend 5,000 milliamps. Trust me, I've talked to people who work in the field purely for runtime. Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot the center brace. Thanks, Mike. I forgot it. Uh, they because you won't be disappointed with a run that you can't do because you're going to break the car before it's over, like 30 times before you learn how to drive the thing properly. Or that's just me. Anyway, so yeah, they want you to have a proper experience. So they want you to have a battery that's going to last you at the least 40 minutes. I don't know about you guys, but unless I'm doing like something ridiculous, like trying to overheat my motor, yeah, a 50 or a 5 or a 52 or something like that will last me 45 minutes, man. Because you don't just go flat out nonstop, especially if you're bashing, like skate park bashing. It's like do a trick, let your buddy do a trick, let your other buddy do a trick, then you do a trick. It's like there's a lot of downtime. There's really no reason to have that much mini milliamps and a pound of weight. A pound. This is a 15.6 pound vehicle. That's significant. Imagine if you took 150 pounds out of your car right now. How much faster would it be? How much more gas mileage do you get? Mm-hmm. Gotta think about it. Horsepower versus weight. Actually, it's torque versus weight because torque is what makes horsepower. Torque versus weight is the number one measurement of anything in the world if you wanted to perform with wheels or tires or thrust or propellers or whatever the fuck. A propelled vehicle. So, torque versus weight. If you can either increase torque or decrease weight, you will satisfy both needs. So, same difference. All right. So let's say you weigh 200. Take 30 pounds out of your ass to see how you work. It's almost the same. It's a little exaggerated, but it's almost the same. Mike, I want to mail you something if you don't mind. I know it's not big and I know it's not special, but I was thinking about you. Where the, I know I have two more disorders left. Where are they at? I'm sure seen one of those people. There it is. You know those are? Flange bearings. Um, you'd have to be really sensitive to notice a difference, but the difference in how long it lasts is going to make the difference anyway. Tell you that much about what? Oh, the Subaru? No, okay, right. So, okay, I wasn't talking to you generally. You understand. You're a car guy, and you're in it. You know what I mean? You understand. Yes, yes, for the Ackerman bar, if you want to call it that. Centerlink. It's the same thing in the automotive world. I mean, except ours aren't adjustable. But if people knew how much we knew how to adjust alignments from driving these, most master technicians don't know the angles we know. They don't know Ackerman. They don't know kick up. They don't know anti squat. They don't know inverse versus reverse toe. By the way, if you didn't know, on the RC10 GT, you can either get your hubs towed in or your blocks towed in. So yeah, you can either start it here or start it there, and apparently it makes a difference. I don't know, man. That's beyond my pay grade, but yeah. So there's another one for you. Shock angle. Master mechanics don't know this. They don't have to. So I mean, you can't blame them. It's just more information they have to store in their head. Because trust me, there's a lot. I mean, I'm a master tech. I know show so much shit in my head. I forgot my wife's birthday. Maybe that's why she moved out. Nah, I doubt it. She's just what? Anyway. That was a solid rant. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm in a good mood. Thank you for being along for it. Because man, I actually had to take "I'm not angry anymore" out of the label of one of my goddamn videos. Because, dude, and you know what? I know now that it's partially to do with that. You know, it's the stress, man. It's the extra bullshit I got to deal with that end. Just be who you were in the first place. Everything will be okay. All right. So drive shaft is fixed. That's back in, I think, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. It makes the center diff move when you turn that down. Okay, so now we need a tie rod in front, and then this one's done. And then, well, my electric trucks and my gas truck are all good. Fortunately, my electric buggy is not. Yeah, no, for the front bar, servo saver, no. Oh, there. You guys see anything weird about that hub? See if I can get right in the. There we go. Anything weird about that? Oh, normal, Dud. Yeah, you know why? Because I fucked with it. Because that's what I do. I make shit better. You know how long it's been since we've stripped a replaceable hub and a Proline wheel? 7 weeks. And y'all may not know, but God, I sound such a redneck when I say that. Fuck. Y'all, fuck. I'm going to go fuck my cousin. Mike knows. You guys may not know. I tend to almost go out every night. If I've got an hour and I can charge a battery, I will take a truck out and at least go down to the park down here because there's a skate park there and there's also open fields, baseball fields, and a BMX track that they won't let us go on for some reason, even though it's county property. Board turned me down, even offering to rent, and I could start a petition and be a dick and just go, fuck you too. But no, I chose to take the high road. I'll give it a year or two and I'll try again. In the meantime, 74MX, love you guys out on Vermont. They take good care of us. We go out there. It's a motocross track. Yeah, they let us rip it up. And they've got like a not a Pee Wee track, but like a 80cc track, perfect for 6S's. Woo! I haven't had the kid out there yet. That's going to be exciting. Wait till I get Alan out there. Oh, it's going to be hard. We're going to have to all have a Wednesday off or some midday. You can't go out there on the weekends because too many dirt bikes. But during the weekdays, there's only like 4 or 5 or 6. And the dirt bike guys like to see the RC cars. They think it's funny or cool or whatever. So you got to go out during the week. But that would be cool. I've got a bunch of videos of 74MX on my channel. We had a great time out there. And my buddy Jesse decided to go insane on the car ride there and back. That's on there too. Not insane like that. Insane like, what in the hell are you doing, bro? Yeah, that was cool. So, yeah, I'd like to see what he does with that because, man, if I know anybody who could smack up a triple and like nail, not like a triple, clear the tube, but triple like hit it, hit it, hit it in a row, bro. Imagine like doing back, front, back, or like whatever ridiculous combo he come up with. Yeah, man, that's gonna be sick. All right, I need a tie rod. I need the leftovers from my old one too. Turn my bag. How's everybody doing? Send me some close-up pics of what? What part, Wait. Yeah, dude. Thank you. What close-ups do you need? The heck? Oh yeah, sure. I have a video on it. I know I keep saying I have a video on it, but I have a video on it. I did a video on that modification. But yeah, I'll send you a pic. Right. This one's worn, so it's got a lot of what do you call it on it? Residue from blue Loctite. That's about as close as I can get. Not very good lighting. Sorry. I can turn the flash on. No, I can turn the flash off. Never mind. Yeah. That sucks. No. No, that ain't gonna work. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it went into 3 fucking zoom. It's like ridiculous. Alright, hold on a second. There you go. Oh, too much. Alright, gotcha. If you can't see it by there, I'll just send it in a better light. I'm just thinking about the fact that I have to piss, so that's why I haven't like tried that yet. And I gotta find a tie rod for this. I'm trying to put together in my mind where all the different parts happen to be because I know there's several parts in the bag or go bag, like what we take with us when we go bash, so we have tools and shit. And then what's laying on my table here because I just swapped tie rods out of my other car. All right. Move these to kick around. No, buddy, gotta go outside. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Oh, come on, man. You can't stop in front of me like that. I don't know why this just popped into my head, but where's the regenerative braking on RC cars? Where's the recharging the battery under braking? We had that technology in the 90s on speed controls for electric RC race cars. Novak had it. Why are we not recharging our batteries under braking? I can't believe it's that difficult to make a basic inverter converter, considering we're already going from DC to three phase, which I don't really know how it works. If anybody's an electrician out there, forgive me, explain it to me. I know automotive electronics. I know DC 12 volt. I know 24 volt. I know all that. AC, I don't know. I mean, I understand it goes farther without resistance, but it's just alternating. Anyway, so I understand all the concepts. I've never worked on it, and I've never fixed it. So if anybody does understand that, let me know. Because there's no reason we can't just turn this into a generator by rephasing it and put the power back to the battery. Smaller batteries, increased runtime. Oh, you want to know how it's made? You want me to forward you the video? I'm not gonna ask you to look it up, dude. I've got over 500 videos. I don't know how that happened. We didn't know anything. We started this channel. It was nothing but quantity and not quality. Just, and it's not like we ever thought to monetize it. You know, it's just, we're just having fun. And dude, if we had the technology available at our fingertips that we have now when I was in my 20s, I mean, we did, but it was quite expensive. I would have had a massive automotive YouTube channel. I built 43 engines in my garage with only two failures. It's not a bad record. And I did most of them while drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette, and talking at the same time. That's what all my buddies used to say anyway. All right, so right, this thing's missing. Well, these ends are missing balls. I don't know how good these ends are anyway, but I know I did break an end, and it was a big end. You guys know there's two different size ends, right, on these 6S's. The steering links are a smaller thread than the rear camber links. I tend to use the same on all four. I switched them over because they're the same pieces. You've got the curved end on one side, and you've got the straight end on the other side. It's the same thing as your rear link. It's just a different size thread for a different size tie rod. So just put the big ones in the front too. Next time you go to get new ones in the front, buy the part for the back. Same difference, tougher car. Done. What's everybody talking about? 540 videos now. Well, we're on par then, dude. Seriously. Oh yeah, dude. Oh god, dude. Freaking when I mean, no offense to David, he wasn't bad at editing. It was his first editing thing he ever tried. Just like when I first started editing, because we weren't, he wasn't part of the crew anymore. It was terrible, yeah. But I mean, I've gotten better. I'm not great. I don't practice it. I don't study it. I don't look at the how-tos. I don't like go in there with some video I don't care about and just screw with it and find new shit. I've done that like once or twice, but if I did that every day, yeah, if I had 3 or 4 hours a day to, give to editing, I could have amazing shit. But I don't. And honestly, it's boring as fuck. It sucks. It's I mean, if you're in a really good mood and you got a really good video to work on, then yeah, you can do it and you can knock it out quick. But if you're just like tired and working all day and maybe you just got done with a bad bash where everything broke and everything didn't work, you got a sour taste for it, you don't want to do it. Having somebody else on the other side who doesn't actually drive an RC car is kind of nice because they have more of a public kind of view to do the editing. So it brings a different perspective to the table, and it's definitely cool. And I wish I had the time to work with somebody like that and collaborate on our videos and keep in what I thought was important and have them do their thing. Because when it comes to creative minds, I leave it to those who consider themselves creative minds. And until proven otherwise, because I do what I do because I'm good at it, and I believe that other people do too, for the most part. Of course, treat every person, even strangers, with respect and be polite. And everybody's still an asshole until proven otherwise. Yeah, especially in Florida. I mean, we have people who eat other people's faces in the middle of Miami traffic. If anybody hasn't seen it, look up Florida Man. It's a website. I haven't been on it, but apparently it's Florida Man does this, Florida Man does. It's all newspaper headlines. Fucked up shit happening in the state. And I think it's got to be something like if you get arrested 3 times in any other state, they just send you to Florida. Not everybody's a criminal down here, but everybody's done something illegal. Well, technically, if you get a blowjob in the state, it's illegal. Yes, there is a sodomy law still in effect for the state of Florida. They haven't repealed it because they're just too lazy. There's still laws of point of order about where you tie your horse up. I haven't seen a bar post to tie a horse up in a long time. In fact, I've never seen one working. I've seen one in history recreations. I'm not that fucking old. I mean, Jesus owes me $20 from a poker game, but I'm not that fucking old. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, no, that's how I run them, dude. I run the big links up front because that's the only difference. And it's stupid because you get all 4 of them in the same bag. I hate that. I just bought another bag of them actually. This is it right here. Yeah. Armor part number 330230. Right. So that's got your camber links. Well, now that I know I have them, I'll use it on this. Because I don't want to use these used parts, but I don't have to. I got way into used parts for a long time, and it screwed up my diff game until I finally got that nailed down. Anyway, so yeah, you get all your steering links, all your camber links in the same bag, and this 1,000% useless bumper. Who runs this? Nobody's racing an Arma. Seriously, dude. I hope I collect enough of those like EXP stickers where I can make a sculpture out of it. Everybody with an Arma knows about those goddamn EXP stickers. All right, so for those of you who don't, EXP stickers are the stickers that come with any parts labeled Extreme Bash, which is 90% of the stuff. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, even smaller bumper. That thing, yeah. 2 wing mounts, a steering link, which they always wear out quickly. That's why I'm running grow bull links on this. And then what is that? 2 inner tie rod ends for the front. And then this has got sway bar links. I don't run sway bars in any of my cars. I've tried it with and without. If you understand steering or suspension geometry and handling in dynamic vehicle models, then you will understand why, unless you're having a really hard time not traction rolling, there's no reason to run sway bars. Sway bars, in fact, do not increase traction, they take it away. It's a physical fact. You're not loading the outside tire in the corner as hard. You're not putting as much weight on it. Therefore, you don't have as much traction as you would if you put all the weight on it. However, in an S turn where you have to switch back and forth real quick, if you're fully loaded on one side, it's going to take you longer to travel back over the other side to make the other corner. So sway bars will help you in quick turns and switchbacks. However, you're losing overall traction. The more you know. I'm here all week, folks. Unfortunately, because I got to work. So, all right. So we've got the 2 rear inner links because those are always the really, really freaking long ones. These are the 2 rear outer links because these are the big hole. So these are going to be. Oh, these are big hole too. Okay, wait. So these are. Those are big hole too. How do we have? That doesn't make any sense. Because these are small hole. So these are steering links for the front outers. So that would make these your front inner steering links on a normal setup. So, oh, right. That's what. Okay. So I use these super long ones that are the big hole for the back inners. And then back outers, obviously, you got to run with the swingy guys because you got to get them up under the wheel on hard compression. And then I run these for the front inners. And the front outers, I have to buy another pair of these. And then I get all this for free. All these parts. Yeah. I've got at least 10 of all of those. Yeah, it's like, all right, whatever. Um, it's surprising how many people just don't get it. Just don't. Oh, God, I'm getting so tired of this. Obviously, I do not have hair on my head, and I highly doubt there's any hair on my body that goddamn long. So I got some antenna to the gods coming out. I don't know about or tail. Um, yeah, that just irritates me to find it. And my wife's Colombian. That's a fucking dick hair, bro. Yeah, the 3, 4, or 5 mil turnbuckle. I have to measure it, and I don't have a working caliper. All my good calipers are at work, and the only one I have here has no battery. Oh wait, it might have numbers on it though. If it has numbers on it, I can still check it. Okay, hold on. I forgot. Yes, there's a manual part. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's got numbers on it. Okay, so turnbuckle in the back. So this is all right. So it's millimeters. So that's from. All right, so that's a 5 in the back, and then in the front, I'm also running the 5. Probably, yeah, yeah. I'm running 5 mil turnbuckles front and back. Nothing special, not titanium, just armor stuff. I used to run titanium on the race cars, but I mean, I don't see a point in it. Plus, titanium is brittle; it breaks, not cracks or not bends. You can't bend titanium; it breaks. So you know, I don't see a point. Plus, I mean, you kind of want to keep everything on the extremities of these cars cheap because that's where you're going to break them. You're going to land on the corners. You're going to, come off something wrong and get in a flat spin, and you won't be able to land it or pull it out, and you'll land right square on the corner of the left rear and just crumple it. And not that I think a titanium's bar would ever break because there's definitely not enough room there, but I don't see the worthness in the cost versus lightness because you're only saving about 10 grams there, and that's this ain't no F1 car. It ain't worth it. Yeah, they're 5 mil all the way around. Really? Well, how fucked up were you in? I'm just kidding. I mean, really. I mean, I've never bent a turn. I've never bent a tie rod. Or is that? Yeah, okay, that is a turnbuckle because it rotates right. Yeah, okay, so that's a turnbuckle, not a tie rod. Tie rod only goes one direction on the threads. So yeah, I know I've never been a turnbuckle on one of these. I mean, unless all mine are just slightly bent, I can't see it. But no, I've broken ends. I've broken wheels. I've broken control arms. I've bent pins, countless. Broken inserts for adjustable C and D blocks, A and B blocks. Bent shock towers. Broken body mounts. Broken wing mounts. Broken wings. Ripped screws clean out of bulkheads. Ripped battery trays clean off the car. Throwing batteries out of the car with the battery tray still attached and the receiver to boot. Bent chassis. If you watch my 60 mile an hour into a 60-inch TV video, I turned that chassis into a high heel. That was the Mojave chassis. I still run on my Spider. I know, right? I have a build video or build series on that too. So yeah. I've cracked aluminum bulkheads. Obviously cheap because if it's that stiff aluminum, it's not the right shit anyway. I've stripped out every gear except for a pinion spur. I've destroyed internal diff gears. I've destroyed external diff gears. Broken drive pins on the differentials and on the outdrives and on the hubs. Broken these little guys, blown up motors, fried ECUs, fried servos. Who hasn't? Bent plenty of shock pins, blown off shock springs, ripped out shock ends, bent drive shafts, burn up bearings, blown bearings out, like the balls came out, yeah, like in a day. Broken out drives, plenty of them. I think that's it. Blown up motors, I said that, yeah. Okay, so there you go. Strip screws, bent a lot of screws, especially these big ones back here. That's all I've ever done to it. Or that one, or that one. All three of my Arma successes. That's everything I've ever fucked up. Yeah, I broke control arms. They're not factory. They're designed to break. I mean, they're softer than factory. They're the extremity of the car. They are the sacrificial part of your suspension. They're designed to bend and flex and break so that you don't break other shit. You know. I heard the fours are made of some really shit fucking metal, dude. That might be it. Yeah, because I never used the fours. The threes I broke an end off one, but I never bent one. But yeah, the fours I heard were really fucking weird. They were like pot metal or some shit. Had a bad grain structure. Um, that's probably what it was, though. It's just me and you now, buddy. Oh no, there's somebody else there. I think we're alone. Oh my god, fucking Logan, what is wrong with you? Oh man, dude, you believe these tires are stock? Well, obviously, I'm sure you see the logo, but they're or the tread pattern. Dude, these are like I want to say 5 months old. Not bad, huh? I think it's more of a fact that whenever I've got really bad traction, I don't pound the hell out of it because you know what kind of power these things. I mean, well, this had the hobby wing in it, and I mean that thing's like okay. So Arma motor with a heatsink, right? This is how big it is. Hobby wing. Yeah, it's kind of a fat ass can. Now, granted, that's a 1650, and I think this is a 22, or no, this is a 2050 kV. All right, so that's a 2050. That's a 1650, which is, I guess, why they say you can 8S it. You can't 8S it. If you 8S a Hobby Wing 1650 Max 6 G2, you will blow the fucking motor. You will separate the magnets from the rotor and fucking be fucked. I've done it twice. And the second time, I was very, very careful not to fuck it up. And you can't 8S that thing. The 2400, even more likely to blow up because that's the other motor that comes to the Max 6 G2 combo. Do not 8S the Max 6 G2. Even though the ESC is capable of it, the motor is not. Stick with your 6S. You'll be much more happier. It's a great setup that'll last forever as long as you don't fucking 8S it. I mean, I've had that thing off just as many hard landing jumps, slaps, as any Arma motor. And honestly, I don't see a difference in the reliability between the two, between the stock Arma Spectrum shit and the Hobby Wing. The difference I do see is Hobby Wing's got more features. You got the data log shit, and you can, do it on Bluetooth on your phone, which is kind of cool. Right in the middle of something, you want to turn the punch down or turn the reverse up so you can do endos or whatever, or turn your brake up because you're not stopping in time to get around the stunt you're trying to do. It's cool because you always have your phone because you're recording anyway. So that's cool. But no difference in reliability whatsoever. I can't pinpoint it, and I've been running this shit for 5 years. That's why I put the Armor rig out of the Spider in this one as soon as I blew that, because I was 8S'ing that one night, and God, I wish I had a GPS on it because that it was flying. But yeah, it burned up after like 3 straight runs on grass with only 2 little like hops, not even a jump, like maybe 2 inches off the ground because you're going 50. Like you're hauling ass. That's the only reason you're catching air. It's not and not a rough situation at all for handling for the drivetrain, for shock or anything like that. And that thing just, well, I can show it to you, but Have you ever seen a rotor that's got magnets glued into the center? Well, yeah, all the magnets are loose now. And the thread all ate itself on the outside of the coils. And I haven't been able to find a company that makes a thread for wrapping motors yet. I know it's available, but I don't know where to find it. I don't have the time to research that shit more than about 2 minutes a day because I'm fucking busy. Except when I'm hanging out with you guys. You guys are awesome. God. You know, I just can't believe how much more happy I am right now. Like, sad state of affairs. I gotta call my boy Jesse. Anyway, all right, so let me get that tie rod out of the bag because I'm hoping that's where it ended up. And I can put this car back together and be done with it. Ooh. Ah, shit. Oh, right. I forgot I had my RC10 in it. That's not good. Okay. Oh, yeah. That fucker's gone. I could have swore I put it in the bag last night. I think I've got a spare. Yeah, dude, for sure. Hmm? Is that it? That is stock on it. Huh. That's weird. It's got the wrong ends on it. What's that cut down? Oh, but aren't these as well? No, those are not. Those are afterwork shit. Alright, throw them in there. And skip that shit. That. That's nice. Oh shit, but I need ball ends. Okay, so fuck. There's one. Yep, that's what I want to say. Well, that's what it is. Alright, so. Okay, so, right. That's not the same one. No, this is the little guy. Alright, that's why. That's why I got this in there. Okay, so, where? I know I got 3 new set of big ones. Okay. Apparently not still in the food bag. Fucking really. Okay. Stop being difficult. There we go. No, that's good. Oh. That and there we go. There's a big one. Cool. Yeah, I try to have Claire organize my shit, and it's so fucking bad after it's fucked up. It's not even funny. She obviously doesn't have a concept of RC car parts like she does real car parts. What the fuck was that? Something just fell off. You gotta be shitting me, dude. Really? Like, again? Where the fuck is the tire rod that came off this bitch? Should be in the bag. It's not in the car. Fuck it, I'll just buy some new ones and roll. Shit. Oh, it's irritating. Fuck, I thought I had the damn things. Alright, so I'm going to be a irritating monkey for 20 minutes and then I'm going to go away. Because, you know what? I can. I need that other spin, need that other wing put back on, and yeah, the tie rod's made for proper setup. And fuck it. Alright, so let's see here. Is there one? Nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna do a demonstration on that, but rod, control arm, strong, good. There's your explanation in Curl Bagden. So yeah, I highly recommend it, dude. Honestly, we haven't had a bent pin that was more than say 10 thousandths deflection. And what am I doing that for a month? 3 weeks? Yeah. Like, dude, yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because it just adds some strength to it by putting another layer of no give around it. Even though brass is completely malleable, it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's working. Seems to be a little. Well, no, that's just my rear hubs being worn out. Never mind. Because those have been on there for 2.5 years on steel, so the aluminum is probably worn a bit. So the brass doesn't really help too much now. I didn't drill the aluminum through brass actually. I just did the ends of the control arm on the rear. I just did the ends right there and there. But on the front or the inner of the rear control arm, you can go all the way through with a big old brass rod on that and just have that pin right at all day. Did the same with the uppers and the fronts, did the same with the lowers and the fronts, pins all the way through, or sleeves. You just got to drill them out a little bit and push in a, I believe that is 1/8 inch. It's some standardized size. Just take an arm, hinge pin down to your local provider of brass tubing and stick it in a hole until you find one that fits well in, and then buy some of that and stick it in your control arms, and stick it in your Funko Wagnalls. I haven't heard that since. Actually, the first time I heard it, I think it was the 70s. No, I wouldn't remember the 70s. A little young. Dude, yeah, you need more air. I need to build a fucking ramp. I need that fucking massive ramp I was talking about. I just gotta get around to doing it. I'm always right in the middle of some shit, man. And if work keeps going the way it has been the last 2 days, I'm not gonna be buying anything. I made like 6 hours the last few days. It's been fucked. And it's not just been me, it's been the whole shop, all 19 of us, but it's not pretty. I don't know if it has to do with the holiday or the pending war. Fuck you, please go away. It's people are assholes. I don't know. Oh shit, my alarm's on. Your wheelchair ramp moving. Should probably want to get weeded. Wheated. Yeah. Too many parts missing off of too many things that aren't sought after because too busy fixing the other things that are already broken. That's the current state of my collection of cars. All 4 of them. Not that I'm trying to collect, Besides, you can't leave stuff sitting that long without running it. It just gets shit. Anyway, engines are doing well. Yes, they are. In fact, I believe they are in the back of this car, which means they've already survived a control arm break. Yeah, busted the control arm. It flattened out the brass a little bit, but didn't break it or rip it or bend it. It just flattened out the side of the wall of the tube. And then the hinge pin was just fine. It broke the, actually, yeah, it is this one because I have the adjustables here. It broke the little plastic on the outside. In fact, I think I have the part. Yeah, it's right here. All right, so it did that. So you can see the adjustment guy there. So it's torn out. Right. It's supposed to look like the guy on the other side. So it ripped that out, and then, like I said, flattened out the wall a little bit on the brass. I think it's from sheer force. Just it was just because it was pushed against it, not because it was trying to break it. And of course, you're not going to break the brass anymore because it's not overhanging. It's in the center of the thing, open and exposed, in the center of the rear control arm pickup points for the rear pin, but it's not exposed to anywhere anything's going to hit it, so it's not going to get fucked up. But I just think the extra support and the fact that it's tubular, which is one of the strongest structures you can make, is just really working for it. And you know what? I lied. I don't have the pins in here because the pins that you have to use for that setup are shorter. They're in the front on this truck because I know I put them on this truck. So they're in the front of this truck. I haven't had a single problem with them. The rears, I used full length pins and they spit out the ends of it and fucked it all up. And I had to replace them. When I replaced them, I put your pins in it. Or no, I put your pins in the front and I put the short pins in the back, and it worked out. So, hi, Mom. Go get him, Brody. Get him. Get him. Go get him. Bite their ass. Good boy. Good dog, huh? Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're doing well in the front. I'm. What is? Do you know the steel grade? Do you know the number? If you do, text it to me, and I'll look up the arm I want and compare it, and then look up notes on that particular steel or those two steel alloys, and see what the difference is in composition and in predicted strength, durability, malleability, wear, and corrosion resistance. Because that's like the major five things you need to look for in metals when you're trying to use a metal for a particular application that you need it to match the application. Because that's really what it's all about. If you can get a specialized part for something that is designed exactly to do what it's supposed to do in that application, it's going to work. When you're just making up shit off of different ideas, yeah. No, I've had it's high speed tool. Right. Okay. So it's going to be a high carbon. It's definitely heat treatable, because high carbon steels are, but because it's tool steel also. Okay. So, all right. So here's the thing, right? Oh, tool steel, fine, no problem. Is it heat treated? Because they can sell you tool steel, heat treated or not. And if it's not heat treated, it's going to make it easier to bend and harder to break. If it's heat treated, it's going to be easier to break, harder to bend. And depending on your heat treatment process, you can actually match the exact properties of the steel to your application through trial and error and making something that reacts exactly the way you want it to what you're doing. Just saying. I mean, axles, right? So before I knew about the wonderful $9 fucking Walmart fucking bicycle chain breaker to swap pins out in axles, I was heating them up with a torch and pushing them out with a punch and shit, and it did more damage than good for the most part. So when I did that process, because I heated them up, I would be removing the temper from the steel. So I re-quenched them when I was done, and I snapped 3 out of 4 heads off of those axles. You saw the one I blew out, the front one. Yeah, that was another one that I heat treated because I heat treated both ends on all of them, and they got brittle because I went either over temp or wrong quenching liquid or whatever, or wrong cool down process. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I could have annealed them maybe and got a little more softness out of it, but or ductability. Is that what I'm looking for? I don't know. Fuck it. It's not malleability. It's surface. Anyway. Um, so yeah, you can heat treat shit and it's fun. I mean, playing with fire is always fun, right? I mean, we're men, fire. Yeah. So, yeah, getting shit up to like 900 degrees and dipping it in fucking oil and making smoke and shit flames and whatnot, and then coming out with something where a file just goes, and you clip it. Considering before you put it in the fire, it went, it was cutting parts off your shit. It's fun. Just to try it, just to do it, it's fun. I've shown this to kids in my shop, and they've been like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, yeah, you just hardened metal. Congratulations. And they don't understand the metallurgy of it or the physics of it, but they understand what they did, which is as much as I have to explain at the time because I don't have a kind of fucking time. Snapped. Oof, really? That's pretty hard. Yeah, I mean, that would almost be considered brittle, but okay, all right. Also, not to be a Poindexter or anything, but in your area, you got to remember when you do test, remember the summer and the winter is not the same damn thing because you've got such a temp swing um, between normal and fucking freezing. So when testing, do so in proper atmospheric conditions. Try to get repeatable results with repeatable test. You know what the difference is between science and fucking off? Writing shit down. Isn't that great? It's fucking true too. If you write it down, you're a scientist. If you don't write it down, you're fucking off. Just some dudes fucking with shit in the garage. Fucking brilliant. Not truer words have ever been spoken. Shit, how long is this one going? 2:16. Fuck, that might be a new record. Oh, you locked it in a vise and gave it a smack, like straight across, like you were trying to break it on the, like right at the axis, like right where it was pinned. Yeah, shit's gonna break on that one, dude. Anything harden's gonna break. Right. Now here's the thing, though. You can fix that, and check this out. You can do a side by side comparison to figure it out, right? With the axles, do two and not the other two, right? Heat them up to about 600 or 700 degrees, and then let them cool naturally in the hottest room you can find, or hell, even a toaster oven at 100 degrees would be really good for about half an hour. Then put them in, say, a warm room that's 80 degrees for half an hour. Then do another half hour at like 70 degrees. Then let them go to room temp. That's called annealing, right? So it's a controlled cool down process that I don't know all the details. I don't know the exact process, but I know that's how it works. And that will make your material tougher by making it more shock resistant, hence less cracks, and more internally flexible. So I've been told it's kind of a term like that. Shit won't break. But dude, after watching Forged in Fire, like all of it, God bless those guys. Um, I actually started doing my own experiments and shit. And I mean, I've never made a knife, but I've sharpened lawnmower blades and heat treated them, and I've heat treated metal parts, and I've heat treated parts I've made and used. And it's cool to be able to do it on your own. If you just need, like even one of these, dude, I've heat treated all these damn things, dude, so they don't wear the hell out. Don't worry about them snapping. So it's cool. It's just nifty to have another one of those cool skills that's kind of like witchcraft under the belt, because people see welding and think it's fucking witchcraft. I had the guy in the bay next to me ask me to teach him how to weld today. I'm like, yeah, dude, why do you think I have two helmets at work? Horizontal impact force. Right. Okay. Yeah. So you were trying to shear it clean off, like vice clamp coming out right against the vice, right? Yeah, that's shear. That's like, That's the toughest thing a bolt can withstand without breaking, because bolts will stretch, or axles, whatever, pieces of metal. Bolts will stretch, they'll twist, they'll torque, but to shear it, if it's hardened, that's the easiest way to break it, to come clean across it. Because you're also going against the grain structure because you've got a tube-like structure, and that's going to be laid out the long way, as far as the heat treating, because they're not heat treating the whole damn thing, they're heat treating the ends. And that's the way you do it, because you make the middle flexible so that it won't break, and you make the ends hard so they won't wear. Yeah, you're shearing it. That's, I mean, more power to you. That's the right way to do it. But yeah, it's definitely the way to break it. Um, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know enough about metals and all that shit. Like, I have to look shit up, especially like alloys, dude. There's so many fucking alloys. You have no idea how many kinds of steel and aluminum and titanium and brass and copper and fucking nickel, and now we have hybrid materials where the metal matrix composites, where we're using carbon fiber in metal. It's, bro. Yeah, I should have stayed in college. No, not really. College was fucking me over. I should have done better in high school so I could go to a real college and actually learn something. They wouldn't think I was a dropout baller just because I fucking couldn't do algebra because I don't give a fuck. There are no variables in my life. I can measure shit. Why the fuck do I need to know this? It's not. It's not faster if you make a mistake. Yeah, it's faster because you can predict what it's going to be instead of actually doing it. No, it's not, because if you make a mistake, then you're going to do it twice. The only perfect practice is perfect practice. Practice doesn't make perfect if it's not perfect practice. That's what I was trying to say. The Forest Outcast. Would you consider that chassis setup similar to thnks 223? I'm just trying to get a rough idea of. I mean, I know it's in the ballpark, as far as the platform, but is that similar? Like, damn it. Excuse me. Um, I just want to know, like, are there parts on that I can look at and know that it's the same thing you're looking at? Nick broke shot tower on the thing last night, by the way, with our little to do. We did it at the skate park where we're doing circles in the rain on the steel pipe, steel half pipe. Oh, hello, Lorax, your friend. Are you furry, Lorax? Aren't they all? Um, Very similar, but like the 3S model with shorter arms. Okay, right. Yeah, because we extended his arms. Well, not on that one. We extended his vortex arms. So I get the extended bit. Okay. Right. That's what I meant. And no leverage to the hinge fin. 4S arms too strong. Yeah, because you're adding what, 3/4 inch of leverage, and then you're probably going to add bigger tires, so that means more weight. So yeah, you're. I mean, physically, you're pushing a lot of limits. But I think honestly, the one thing. Okay, here's the problem I have with this chassis. That range, the toe amount of change, the amount of toe change at suspension, compression, and rebound is absolutely astronomical. I mean, we're talking like 5 degrees between fully drooped out and compressed all the way. That's from toe out to toe in by 3 degrees almost. That's insane. Why do they have so much toe out on turns? These things actually ride properly, both ways, but they might have a degree or two. And with that thing, if you change the suspension, you're changing ride height usually, and so you have to reset the whole damn thing because the toe changes so much, and then you've got to get it to ride stable, with a different shock on it that's not designed for to keep the toe right. While it's like, man, it's a suspension conundrum, pain in the ass, really. I mean, if anything. Yeah, okay. Is the Lorax still there? How can I help you? Would you like to know the secret to life? My dad told me it was wet bird never flies at night. And that's exactly what he said. So there you go. That's the secret to life. Enjoy. That was free, by the way. Seriously, he did say that. I asked him once what the meaning of life was, and he looked me straight in the face and said that. And then he laughed his ass off. My dad was a trip. Anyway, let's see. Shorter, yeah, no. Yeah, well, they probably did that too to stop breakage. Wouldn't you love to be a tester? Just break shit all day. No, I couldn't do it because I'd want to engineer it too. Because I'd want to fix it, not just break it. I'd want to like be like, all right, see, we broke here. We need more webbing here. I'd redesign the damn thing. But that's me. That's what I do. Brody, you left the door open? Bad dog. Oh shit, where is Brody? Oh, there he is. Hi. Can I wake you up? Oh, come here, you big lug. Say hi. Here's my buddy. Just me and him now. So I gotta come home every day from work, take him out. There's nobody else here. Just me and the puppy. It was so sad that he's terribly afraid of everything. And my mom's having, okay, this house is a 2-story Cape Cod style. Parents don't have money by any means. Don't think that. They sold a house that would have been worth millions in California to get this $400,000 shit house. And the only reason is because it's on 5 lots. But they have 2 balconies, the master bedroom and the spare bedroom upstairs. And it's been ravaged by 4 hurricanes. So everything leaks, like water in the house. Yeah. And it's a wood house, so it's not good. Mom's had the roof redone twice, screwed it up twice, still with lawyers trying to, get it all figured out. There's all kinds of weird laws about hurricane stuff and, fixing people's houses after hurricanes and disasters. Anyway, so they hired these dudes to do it, and they're doing it now. And I came home today, and Brody was underneath this. I'll show you guys real quick. This is captain's chair from a pontoon boat, right? So that's a seat from a pontoon boat, essentially. It was out here in the back room of the garage when me and the wife moved in after the house burned down. And I came home today, and Brody was underneath it in the back with a whole deflated air mattress in front of him. Like I couldn't see the dog at all. Like I was like, Brody, where you at? And I heard him whimpering, and I'm like, what the hell? And it's because of the noise from these dudes, pounding shit out up there. I mean, granted, they're doing their job, I get it, but he is so deathly afraid. And when there's nobody around to calm him down, he just goes nuts. And I couldn't believe he stuffed himself underneath that goddamn chair with a fully, air mattress. Yeah, that one, the blue thing. Right. Yeah, that was underneath that cubby, and he was behind it. And underneath the other side of that chair is the spider. That's the Mega Titan that I need to put back together after having to cannibalize it for parts because I blew a motor. So there you go. Relax. Just found your channel stream. So I'm joining. Oh, cool. Right on. Well, welcome to conversation. This is usually kind of RC car related, obviously. But there's kind of a very wild flux of shit going on in my life right now. Like my wife left the other night because I told her to go visit the kids. She thought I meant move out, and I just got moved at my job to another building, which I feel kind of betrayed by because I don't have anything solid in my life because my house burned down 2 months ago, and I haven't had anything consistent in my life since then. And so I'd love to be Michael Douglas in what was that movie? Breaking Down. Fucking brilliant flick from the 80s. He's just some accountant guy who goes fucking nuts one day and fucking steals some Uzis off from gangbangers and starts fucking up LA. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I'd love to go nuts. Or actually in Florida, you don't climb a tower with a rifle, because it's too easy. It's flat. I mean, fuck. You can see for 15 miles if you're 50 feet off the ground. To get a tractor trailer, up armor it, 5-inch armor plate, maybe some Chavum, with some fiberglass, some carbon in it, to stop, anti-ballistics bullets, and put a giant cow catcher on the front of that bitch. and just drive up and down the main drag in town at the speed limit. You would destroy 5,000 cars between the hours of 11 and 1 because everybody here drives 15 miles an hour to the limit while they're doing their own personal sightseeing tour or trying to find the eye doctor they're trying to visit, or the heart doctor, the lung doctor, the diabetes doctor. God knows what fucking doctor these old people are going to, but they're the cholesterol that clogs the arteries of the freeways in Florida. Coined that myself. Anyway, so welcome to the club. Me and my friend Mike here from Canada, we're good friends on a lot of levels. We chat and stuff, and we both do RC car things. We both have channels, and he's making strides. He just got asked to do a demo for a company, so that means for a year. You know, they send him a car, and he does whatever he does with it, and reviews it, makes a video of it. Not the first time he's been honored with such things. I'm just having fun. I like meeting people, reaching out, and see what people are doing, sharing my ideas, my tricks. I'm a very technical-minded person. I'm an auto technician by trade and fabricator by fun. So I like make up new ways to work these things or fix them or make them better, and I share them with everybody because I don't believe in. I believe the only thing I have left to give to this world is knowledge and experience, and so I'm sharing it willingly until I no longer am able to. So that's this. That's what we're doing. Yes. Hey, Nick, what's up? And here comes another member of our channel, Mr. Nicholas.
Like mac and cheese?
Yeah, I'd love some mac and cheese. You make it?
I can, but I have to go pick up Jack. Sam's.
Oh.
Unless I can pick it up in the morning.
Yeah, of course you can. I'll give you a key. Well, why don't you take the key and go get it copied? Don't set on my bodies. Like brand new, dude. You brand new fucking bodies.
Oh, please get out.
Fuck you, dude.
Hey.
Dude, no. Ask Mike. Mike knows. Mike was there when I was very carefully fixing it.
I went to Dollar Tree and got a bunch of shit for 25 cents because this expires today.
You're asking me to eat 25-cent applesauce that expires today? How about you have some of my 25-cent fermented cheese?
Hey, this is still good for another week.
Dude, I haven't eaten applesauce in 10 years. I'm not eating applesauce that's about to expire. And I don't care if it's by the FDA rules or whatever the hell. Dude, trust me, I eat food off the floor on a regular because I have an immune system. So, you know, I'm just not going to dig into applesauce for that.
Shit, a quarter for...
Mac and cheese lasts for 5,000 years. When the nuclear bomb goes off, we'll have cockroaches, Twinkies, and mac and cheese. Everybody fucking knows that. And fat people from Wisconsin. No offense, bro.
What you call it? There was nothing in the mailbox.
Bad driver's joke about 3 O's. I do not. Please fill me in on that one. Nick, do you know the bad driver's joke about 3 O's? Mike's about to tell us. Fix that broken axle I had, or broken drive shaft. I can't find the tie rod from last night. I thought I put it in the bag. Yeah, I know. It's probably in the back of the car somewhere. Old ovaries or Oriental. That Calgon cream does some shit, bro. You know what? I mean, did you look at their diet, their discipline? I mean, those people are like on point, you know. So of course they live to be 100 and still have children at 96. You know, we need more mathematicians. Just fucking kidding. It's very that's not racist. What is that? Stereotypical fucking point of view. You know. I don't actually have any Japanese friends, so I have no opinion. And all the ones I met have been mixed. Anyway, so you need that shock tower, right? Does Innovate make one for the 223 like they did for the Vortex?
I haven't even got a chance. I forgot to look there.
I did, trust me. I'm busy like that too. I get it. I
mean, if you want me, I'll make you a box of these. I already.
Dude, if you're not gonna eat, then don't make me food. I thought you were like trying to get like a thing together. Don't worry about it, dude. I'm good. Chuck's got chicken wings from earlier he made. Homemade garlic wings, yeah, they're not bad. I mean, whatever. I still got half a burger in there, and you know.
Wait, chopping some wood now?
No, that's the picture frame that Claire destroyed when she left for that picture. The pictures of me in Europe. I don't know if she dropped it on accident or threw it over. I doubt she's not like that, but nonetheless, she just hung it up like it didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, there's another picture in the back
So,
of the Volkswagen.
Let's see. That's me doing a 50-50 grind on rollerblades in a skate park in Germany. That's me on top of Castle Nuremberg at 18 years old. And that is me doing a 4-foot air on a half pipe in a skate park in Germany.
What the hell is this doing on the floor? It's supposed to be hanging up.
Yeah, Nick. And you know how many things I have hanging up here? Oh, I need your. Are you available tomorrow evening, or do you work tomorrow?
Oh, during the day.
Okay, so you're available after 5.
Yes, but I have to go change my mom's oil.
Okay, available after 6, 7.
Something like that, yeah.
I want to move this table over here.
Okay.
And I want to put that thing over here. That way we'll have this in the corner, more light, more storage space. We'll move the shelf system down here. It'll be a much better setup. Even if Clara comes back and wants to put her bed over here, you got it covered. Just this lighting with the system sucks. Am I wrong? This lighting's fucking terrible. I mean, you can actually see my fucking ugly mug. Yeah, right? It's not easy. A lot of shit. Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a day. How you doing, Brody? Right, so the the case of the missing tie rod. And then, of course, I got to do some wing mount work on the other one, but I also need to put that fan on that one. The one that's sitting there. I got to solder a lead onto it. The wires got caught on something, so I'm going to solder a new connector on it. Remember, by the way, these fans are polarized. They don't work backwards. So if you hook it up and it doesn't work, try flipping it. If you didn't know that already. That's kind of it, man. I mean, I don't have enough to keep you constantly entertained right now, so I feel like I'm disappointing you, and I don't like disappointing anybody, which is why I don't have sex anymore. Because I'm old. Anyway, you know what Mom told me? You know what the difference is between ooh and ah? 3 inches. So, on that note, if it smells funny, don't eat it. And why in the hell would you be so upset with this planet that you would want to go up there to the most hostile environment in the world? You got to be either crazy or just have a nice small dick. You really got to compensate. I'm not saying anything, but they don't call you Buzz for nothing. Later.